as the ozone layer get closer to the Earth, and all of these, and the pressure change, how loud is the sound in the pressure chamber compared to in the outdoors? The pressure chamber is going to be louder because it's going to compact the sound. The open air, it depends on your proximity to the source of the sound. So when you hear thunder sounding louder than normal, it's because the pressure center of the ozone to Earth is closer than it's been since the last sun cycle. And that's what keeps us from totally burning up in the sun. When the ozone, double ozone layer get down to the Earth, our colors is going to start changing gradually. And what was pale people were going to be taking on shades of green, gray, and blue. And what was brown skin to tan people, or what we call chocolate to fawn, their colors are going to be changing to different shades of aqua and bluish green. Because when that double oxygen molecule go, it's going to be burning the body, soul going to burn the copper in the blood faster than it does the magnesium, which is going to sink us back to our original metal in the blood and that's when we're going to start, once again, we're going to be bleeding in shades of from green to blue. But the true blue bloods will be able to be identified at that point.
The next question that we have for you, brother, is will Donald Trump, or will there be another president? Or will Donald Trump get voted in? Or what you think that, like, after this Joe Biden term right here, what you think is next? Go ahead.
What they're doing right now is trying to force people to see the inevitable, what's for y'all in front of y'all face, but they playing out the stage show as if it's going on for real, using the corrupt media as the vehicle to deliver the misinformation. And that's why Trump keeps screaming fake news, is because the media companies is pushing the agenda that Joe Biden is the president. Well, which one of the motherfuckers is the first thing they got to answer for me? And that Trump is out of office. I want to know why the niggas, they go in there and raided his house for those papers, but they still didn't mention the atomic football or the Secret Service box that the president is supposed to have at all times. He left the White House with all that shit. They went in there and talked about some files. Instead of telling y'all what they really going for is something called 72 secret treaties that he sees as the president, and they trying to find him and can't find him because they in Raven Rock under a mountain being reviewed by the leadership organic to the land. And we finding out every goddamn thing from those 72 secret treaties, which ties back to the 72 elders, which ties back to the Melchizedek priesthood, which means that Malachi got to go over that paperwork because he got to see what they stole and where they put everything, because it's in the secret shit. It ain't in the open shit. So what we seeing with Biden and Trump right now is a open checker game, chess game. I would say checkers because it's a little lower than the chess game. It's more closer to checkers because it's so obvious that if you got any awakening, it's going to get your attention, that it's some bullshit in play and nobody's seeing it.
But Sky 99, all the Black Mason, Prince of Halls, and John E. Jones Lodge guys gonna come clean about the who we are, or they gonna go down with the devil?
First of all, every lodge been infiltrated, but every lodge is not controlled by the infiltrator. Every one of the infiltrators is known. If you remember this morning when we listened to Mama Bear, she said some of them we gonna have to execute. That's what she's talking about. So the lodges is just training programs. They just giving training programs, and the training simulators, which is the real life walking the path that you live, that's the part that they took the lie and gave it to us to follow a false path that goes in the wrong direction. So you're gonna see a lot of in the celebration, you're gonna see a lot of fraternities and sororities, stump clubs and shit involved in the celebration. And they are direct product, those Greek fraternities, direct product of the Prince Hall Lodge.
Hey, another question. All right, so all this been going on 400 years, maybe more, and everybody around the world, this is my own question, everybody around the world, they know who we were. They know this was our land. But they come right over here and joke and laugh with us, let us spend our money with them. They never told us nothing. Oh yeah, you niggas black. They agree with it. Why would they never tell us who we were, and why are they gonna be? Are they gonna come back to hunt them later?
It's haunting them right now as we speak. But the ones who kept the secret oath, right? They was given the oath in a Masonic lodge. Remember, the lodge has been hijacked. So they sworn under a death oath not to reveal who we are. Or in other words, they don't want somebody from the inside saying, hey, all it is a conjure war. Y'all niggas gonna wake up as soon as one of these niggas start telling y'all that y'all in the middle of a conjure war. Once you're in the middle of the conjure war and you realize what's going on and you realize that everything they teaching you is to keep you under a conjure. It's actual spell work that was done in secret societies. They all gonna answer for their dirt. But the ones that was in there, some of them we sent in as pale faces in order to kick those down to get us in there. So we could see what they was doing in secret that was keeping us oppressed in the open. Because you can't oppress a God. It's not possible.
I got a question from Josh Nelson. He says, who are the majority of the so-called black people that now live in Southeast United States? I guess he's talking about like Florida area, Cherokee, like Choctaw land.
Yeah, all of the tribes sent somebody to fight the Seminole Wars. So when you're going through the Southeast now, you have people that's from the Samoan Islands, got Samoan communities that's been there over 100 years, 200 years, because they fought in the Seminole Wars, but they wanted to keep their Samoan culture. Other ones amalgamated and blended in and became called Seminole. And that's because it was a mixture of tribes, but we call them Gullah, Gullah Geechee, Geechee Gullah. All these was different clans that we knew from the lingo. So even now, everybody got somebody in their family called a Dago. And a Dago is like a godfather, a Don Capo, right? When that's his name under the family clans. But don't nobody know that. You ain't supposed to know that. But you supposed to know this motherfucker stay sharp, stay with money, and ain't finna get nobody a dime.
Next question is from Booty Mike Michaels. He said, can you own your straw man?
Yep. But all that is owning your rights to your slave or your servitude, whatever you want to use the straw man to pay a pittance. The straw man is supposed to absorb the debt from the organic man, but instead they thrust the debt of the straw man upon the organic man, and we ain't never supposed to know, but as long as we sleep, we won't. We 3/5 compromise. They gonna rule over us because we civilly dead until we 5/5 realize, at which point we spiritually awake.
The next question is, what should we do with paper money, being that the system is going down, and what should we invest in the stock market?
The stock market is a show. It's a show right now. So they not all of the trading right now. They wrote that shit 6 months ago. They writing the trading for the dates according to the events that's scheduled to unfold on continuity of government. Wall Street was seized. Wall Street was seized for money laundering, human trafficking, and other nefarious things. The whole entirety of Wall Street is only running so they don't make the people panic. It's the reverse of the 1929 scenario because the market is gone. What you're seeing right now, the economy is insulated for the people, on the side of the people, by the organic people of the land. But the problem is they keep recontracting per diem every time they clock in to work. And of a certain amount of people that's working, that's what's keeping them in power. And that's why they keep all of the sisters been talking about leaving it. Or they actually have been migrating away from the workforce ever since I think it was since July the 5th. So when enough of them walk away from the workforce, that's going to cause the flip. And that's when the market going to reveal the major crash, because it already crashed. You just haven't been reported openly yet. As far as the paper money, it's going to be a buyback program, no questions asked, where you're going to be able to exchange your paper money and for gold. And the reason that is because the society we was under had us using monopoly money that had no value. So it's $1 trillion buyback option, and the option to secure the interests of the people is to make those with money, cash, greenbacks. Instead of just canceling the money, you phase it out by the buyback. And then some people will keep old notes and stuff as collectors, but for the money itself having value to spend, it's going to become no more than monopoly money.
The next question we got for you, brother. Hold on, let me read their name out. They got some good questions. It froze on me now. Oh, there you go.
I hope they do. I got some good answers.
All right, here we go. All right, so they say, how do we claim our sovereignty? Or do we have to claim our sovereignty, being that what the system is doing right now? How do we get out from under U.S. citizenship and anything else that's connected with this?
You have to abandon the contract. You have to abandon the contract, because the contract is what's telling you that that you tied to the government. When your declaration of not nationality, but your declaration of sovereignty is done by public notice. All forms of social media is acceptable. You just have to make it be known in the public domain by public notice in the archivable format that you're organic to the land, tied to the land, of the land, and from the land, as a sovereign being, not under the jurisdiction of the legal fiction, right? So the terms we use is de facto for the legal fiction and the de jure for the rightful heirs. So when you become the de jure, the sovereign de jure, you break free from the papal bull of unum sanctum. And once you break free from the papal bull, you just don't recontract with them. They still here. And we recontract with them by doing anything that requires your social security number, driver's license number, or your handwritten signature. All of those are contracts that's tying you, that's giving them the per diem, clearance to operate for another day. The more people that's performing those functions, the longer this shit gonna take. That's called a knockback answer.
Knockback and a turn back. Hey, shout out to brother Black Noble for the super chat, man. We got more people coming in. They asking questions left and right. We got them right here. It says, Mike Swagger says, I've been reading the book Jews and Blacks, and I need to know when they leaving and are they cool with us or are they not cool with us?
Read that one more time, Elder.
It says, I've been reading the Black Jews and Blacks. I've been reading the book Jews and Blacks, and I need to know when they leaving. They not cool with us. If they not cool with us, when are they leaving? These Black Jews, or these Enlil's children, or these Zionist Moorish Jews that we talked about. When are they gonna be stopped, or who's gonna stop them? I guess that's what they're saying.
They already they functionally out of operation, but what we not is in full control yet because it haven't been announced. But they ain't gonna, most of them already gone. You just don't know they gone yet. Most of the ones that don't belong here is gone. Some of them went to Antarctica and left through a portal. directly back to Nibiru. Other ones was shuttled off world because they got to be executed off world, so they don't come back. Others is going to be executed with some called a soul splitter, and they won't be able to ever incarnate with that consciousness again. The consciousness will be dispersed back to a source. So yeah, they definitely not going to be here in the end. But they was the ones who was behind the biblical contract of 400 years in the sign of in the legend of Abraham and his children. So they're not gonna be here.
I got another question for you. We rolling. From Tracy Howard. We got you, Tracy. Tracy said,
I went to school with a girl named Tracy Howard, Elder.
Tracy Howard says, man, I just had the damn question that rolled up. Just a second. We got you, Tracy. Oh, yeah. Man, this thing says, Tracy Howard, did this corporation turn over the land to the Chinese, or who did they turn it over to? They just answered that a minute ago, but go ahead.
That's what's in the Indigenous Rights Act, telling you that the law of the land is to be reestablished, and that the organic people, we got first right to reclaim the land at the close of the age when all of the contracts is canceled, and that's our job. That's what we're doing now. Information campaign to the grassroots. Use the social media as a vehicle to explain to the varying clans across the land that the shit is over. Just go home and sit back and watch the TV till that motherfucker cut off. Don't, use the idiot box for a purpose this time. Because they're going to start telling you first thing I want to touch on was God. I've been hearing this for years. Black man God and all that bullshit, right? But ain't nobody doing no God shit, right? Everybody claiming that we God, but nobody's doing any God shit. That's Facebook. That's not me. Can you hear me now? I think I know what it is. This way. How is it sound? Does it sound clear? Okay. All right, so I be hearing them say, you got to know you God, right? Can you hear me, Don? I didn't do anything to change it. That's Facebook. Facebook does that to my videos. Put glitches in it, alter the sound, jump the picture, freeze the frames. Okay. So the gods, they keep telling everybody we gods. We keep saying we gods, but ain't nobody doing no God stuff, right? They don't even know what human shit is, so they want to tell me or us collectively, because they don't just talk to one person. They talk to all of us similarly situated as being gods. I don't got no problem with that. You can claim you God all you want, and you can say whatever you think you are. My only question is, if you God, why you not doing no God shit? Because if you God, you can change this shit quickly. I mean, quick. So I hear him say that know who you are God, and accept that so that you can awaken as the God you are. Yeah, I'm listening. And I'm not seeing no tangible techniques. All I'm basically seeing is a bunch of people telling somebody, you acting like a God, but you ain't God yet. Or they telling people you should be a God, but you haven't got there yet. And I've been sending messages out over a year to every secret society, every fraternal organization, religious group, every conglomeration of political prisoners. We're sending all our messages so we can try to get this stuff cleaned up. And they all running. I don't understand why these people, humans, pray for some help, and when the help come, they run from it. You can't run from the help you ask for. That's dumb. But, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But you can't blame anyone that don't want to help you when you're not helping yourself. You can't blame anyone that you trying to tell them to do stuff your way, and your way is not making any sense whatsoever. There's no rhyme, reason, or logic to it. You can't tell nobody to stop and recognize that they God. You can look in the mirror and say you God all you want to. That's not going to cause any alchemical processes to take place inside the physical form to cause your energy to rise. My thing is this. If you think that you see a God that's unrealized and that you are a realized God, then you need to go show him. You need to go show them how to get back to their God status. Or you need to stop telling people to recognize that they God, because if you ain't doing nothing to aid the ascension, you in the way. You sending off false signals. You sending flares in the wrong direction if you ain't telling them the methodology of ascension